In this video, we discuss the divisibility test for 3 and 2 games that can be played around the divisibility test by 3. The usual statement for the divisibility test for 3 is a number is divisible by 3 if sum of all its digits is divisible by 3. At this point of time, I won't go through why the divisibility test for 3 is like this, but it is based on the fact that all powers of 10 give remainder 1 when divided by 3. So for example, 10 gives remainder 1, 10 raised to 0, 1, that gives remainder 1, 10 raised to 2 is 100, that gives remainder 1 when divided by 3, and so on. So if you add those things, we arrive at the divisibility test for 3 as it is stated here. What is even more important is if a number is divided by 3, the remainder we get is same as the remainder that sum of all digits of the number gives when divided by 3. Why? This is similar to the divisibility test derivation when divided by 3. For example, if you take 16, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 7 will give you remainder 1. If you divide 16 by 3, you will get remainder 1. So this is true for all these numbers. When applying the divisibility test by 3, we really don't have to add all digits to arrive at the remainder. What we need to observe is that 0, 3, 6 and 9, these digits give remainder 0, these numbers. 1, 4, 7 give remainder 1 when divided by 3, and 2, 5, 8 give remainder 2. For example, if you have the number 85,64,321 and we want to know the remainder that we obtain when we divide by 3, we don't have to add 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 in order to arrive at the answer. We just replace the digits by, for example, remainder of 8 by 3 will be 2. So we have 2, 2, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1 as remainders of the digits. So one look at it and we can replace, for example, 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. There are uh, 2 3s and 2. So adding these remainders is also easier, and pairing them to see what we can eliminate as 3 or so is important. So we really don't have to add all digits of the numbers to arrive at divisibility, to check divisibility by 3. And looking at the remainders of the digits when we divide by 3 is an easier way to arrive at divisibility or remainder when divided by 3 very quickly. Let us turn to the setup for the games. You have a digit grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you can assume that if a card or pebble thrown in it, if it goes outside the grid, then you get 0. So there are teams. The games will be played in teams. This is a setup. Player stands slightly at a slight distance from the grid and throws in the cards or pebbles or whatever to obtain the digits of numbers. This game's way of playing is explained in our first video on Playway Math with Digit Grid, which is available on this channel. Let us look at the first game. So you have Digit Grid, 2 teams, 2 players from team 1, A from team 1 and B from team 2 come forward to play. A throws 3 or more cards with place values on them. B has to tell the remainder on dividing by 3. So Once the place value cards land, you get a number, 3-digit number or 4-digit number or 5-digit number, depending on the cards that you have thrown. And B has to tell the remainder on dividing by 3. Now B takes the turn to throw the cards, and A has to tell the remainder on dividing by 3. If A or B need help, help is offered, because these games are not for competition but for learning purposes, education. So an opportunity must be given to the player to understand how the divisibility works. And that's how the game can be played, by taking turns from each team. The smaller the team, the faster the turns are there. So generally it shouldn't be too big a crowd to play the games. Parents can play this game with their children, and points can be given suitably. For example, 2 points if no help is required and answer is correct, and 1 point if the help is required, given, and the answer is arrived at. The game 2, the basic process is same to obtain a number. The challenge now is to change a digit of the obtained number and arrive at a number that will give a remainder set by the other player. So for example, A throws 3 or more cards with place values to get a number. B has to change a digit to get the remainder on dividing by 3 that is set by A. So if already the number is there, after the number, A sets a remainder that you need to obtain this remainder, and B has to check only one digit so that the remainder can be obtained. Now B takes turn to throw the cards, and A has to do the same. So points can be given suitably, just as in previous game. Remember that these are educational games. Competition, too much competition should be avoided, and parents or grandparents or a group of children, when they learn the divisibility of 3 properly, can play this for fun. Thank you for watching. There is a lot more to come. Please stay subscribed and recommend our channel to others. Thank you once again.